This episode of The Mimic's Veil is sponsored by Taste Invader Tea. Treat yourself to 15% off an order of daring and delicious tea at tasteinvader.co.uk using code TMV. And today in The Veil, we talk about Doronko Wanko, wordplay, Riff, the best handheld system to take on holiday, and Back to the Dawn.
Have either of you ever been to prison?
Surprisingly not.
Not as an inmate, no.
No? Okay.
No.
I won't delve any further.
It's not what they said.
Please, why do you ask?
I was just curious. Just curious, because I'm spending a bit of time in the old Nick, as I believe it's called.
Yep, that's what we call it here.
Yep, the prison system.
HMP.
Yep.
Or the jail, as it's known up here.
The jail.
The jail.
Yep.
Jail?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
You're going to the jail.
Yeah.
Jail. Sounds like you're trying to say jail in an English accent. You're going to the jail.
So I've been playing Back to the Dawn.
Right.
A game where you can pick your character between a fox or a panther, depending on who you pick. Determines if you're, I think, inside the jail or outside the jail. I picked the panther, which means you go into the prison. So you are like an undercover detective, and you need to go and do some work within the prison system. Really cool RPG, anthropomorphic animals all kicking about, talking to each other. There's gangs in the prison. You're assigned a gang. Before the playable section, you've been recruited by one of the three gangs in the jail.
What are the three gangs?
The sharp-toothed gang, the big
furry?
Something else, big
One-man gang.
Yeah.
Lewis's big furry gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that, and then another one. I can't remember exactly, but you're I think it's the sharp-toothed gang. Yeah, and so there's so much in this game. Like, I'm about 2.5 hours in. There is so much to unpack. There's a lot of mechanics, like game systems, not people who'll fix your car. You can go around the prison and you can speak to people. If they're already in your gang, you can kind of chat to them, and you can check your befriending memory. So go back to how you first met, how you first sort of opened up conversation with them. But you can also go around and chat to other people in the prison. And if they're not in your gang, or if they're unaffiliated, you need to spend some sort of weird point that helps you do it. But I think the more people you talk to, it talks about your rapport. Like, it's maybe easier to get things. But I think you can also, if there are people standing on their own, you can choose to assault them.
Ooh.
I've not done it yet. The option is there. I've clicked on it, and he was like, I can't do that just now. So there's someone else here, that kind of thing. I'll be seen.
Right. But you
a
could
lot there.
shank someone if they were by themselves and no one was watching.
Yes, you could. But a lot there, a lot of different, you've got your health, you've also got your satiety, I think that's how it's pronounced, that look like depending on what happens in the game, will either go up or down. A lot of when you first start, you pick your animal, the fox or the panther. Then you get like almost like a subclass. Like you can be a beat cop, a detective, or one other thing that escapes me. And then even after that, there's one more selection. So like what you want your starting sort of perks to be.
Right.
Quite a varied sort of option in terms of what potentially you could pick from. But it's really well written. Like it's like a nice sort of comic style open sequence where there's a funeral. There's a guy standing with his arm in a sling. It's all rainy and quite gloomy. And one of the characters, the guy that you pick, is sort of standing way out the back, just sort of watching what's going on. Guy turns, he looks over his shoulder, and your character, the panther, if you pick the panther, walks off. Then it's a week later, and you're in like a video shop, and the guy in the sling meets up. So he's almost like, I think he's like the informant. He's the one that gives you the job. You need to go into the prison to do this, to do whatever it is. So there's loads of different missions, loads of different side missions you can pick from. It's just, there's just a lot there. I'm like, I've got no idea how long it'll take me to get to grips with this. There's dice rolls for certain things. Yeah, your days split up because you're in prison. Your days split up so that in the morning, I think you just kind of doss around. The afternoon, which is like after lunchtime. Oh, sorry, you get a lunchtime. You have to go and you can speak to people in the canteen. What?
Thanks for that bit of knowledge.
Lunch. You have to buy stuff. And if you waste time talking to people, the clock ticks. So like the better food gets you better perks, better stat buffs, all that kind of stuff. If you're slow going there, they might be gone. And then you get like recreation time, which is you need to go out into the yard and sort of chat to people. Really well worded, well written, nice to look at. Yeah, I'm again like kind of doing a disservice by how I'm describing it. It's just there's a lot there to go through for being this early on in the game, and there's it seems like there's quite a lot of internal. If there are 3 gangs, quite a lot of internal politics. It appears that there's some sort of kerfuffle going to happen over the next little while.
Don't call it that in prison, mate.
Yeah,
that is a pathway to not good things.
Oh, okay.
There appears to have been a kerfuffle.
Yeah.
What's all the to do? Don't talk like that in prison, mate.
They're having a bit of a tiff. And your gang, the boss of your gang, is like, just wait and see what happens. Go and talk to this guy. Go and talk to that guy. See what the lowdown is. So you need to try and like find where these people are. And you end up like, eavesdropping on certain conversations to find out what's going on. But it's very good.
It does sound pretty cool.
It does. It sounds cooler than the key art suggests. Like I think I found the artwork of it off-putting.
Oh, really?
For some reason, I don't know why. I know I'm not as into that sort of thing as you.
Well, yeah,
so that might be it. But
I got a costume for the panther. I'm waiting until I get paid at the end of the month, and I'm going to buy the fox. And I'm going to ask one of my friends to dress up in the fox costume.
I don't doubt it. I did notice there is actually, you can buy this in a bundle with a game called Mercury Abbey. Mm-hmm. And the bundle is called Furries Unite. so there you go.
Kind of says it all.
That says it all. Yep.
Maybe you do. I was having a look at to see how this had reviewed and stuff, and I thought, obviously Open Critic is the place to go because we're obsessed with Fantasy Critic. But I am because I want to win. But it's not got a score because there's not enough reviews. But of like the 8 reviews it's there, it's 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 83, 5 out of 5, 90 out of 100, 9 out of 10.
Wow.
So it's very well reviewed in terms of the people that have reviewed it.
And it seems to have loads of awards and stuff, looking at the Steam page. Mm-hmm. And very, very positive from 5,628 reviews so far. So Clearly got something about it. Mm-hmm. Very unique.
Yeah, but I was going through the Steam store, like the pages, and I sort of stumbled across this, and I watched the video, and I was like, this looks like a bit of me. This, just in terms of, it's got that sort of Disco Elysium-y kind of vibe to it, with it being I don't know, like based in the world of the crime. Like I said, from that, I could sort of sense. I had a sense. My sixth sense was tingling, and I was like, "This looks like it would be a snappy dialogue central city. Snappy dialogue city in this." And it is. Like, I'm really happy with it being so early on in the game. I think the HLTV is like 18 hours or so.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. But like, cool. Yeah, I like looking at sort of clips of it just now. Different skill trees, different, like you go around and talking to people that are like, you can get perks. So the one that I got earlier was I spoke to someone and he's like, hey, I could rustle up a mean spaghetti bolognese. And so then you learn how to make that from him, and it becomes like a perk that you can, that gives you certain buffs in situations. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a cool game.
That is a cool game. We're all about that. Love it. Back to the Dawn. Do you know what that means yet? Like, what the title means? Does that become clear throughout playing it?
No.
Interesting.
But on the basis of last week, Guess Outro Lost in Translation, it was this that made me think of doing that, because when I first booted it up, for some reason it defaulted to Japanese. And I was like, no idea where's the options. So I got my phone and used the live translation. Nice. And the title came up and it said like Animal Tower or something to that effect.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool.
I mean, that's quite the game I was playing also defaulted to Japanese when I first loaded it up, which is
Did it?
A bit of a coincidence. And I mean, we did tease you with this one last week, and it's a bit of a tease, but I've been playing a game called Doronko Wanko.
Amazing.
Official title. That is the name of the
Amazing.
game. Are either of you familiar with a game that was a little bit of a craze last year called I Am Cat? And it was
Is that
it was
Reese?
a VR one, and it was a cat.
I only know it from him.
Terrorise a grandma type thing.
Is this another furry game, Alex? Are we doing
Well,
two furry games in a row?
Doronko Wanko translates in Japanese to muddy puppy. Okay, so this one's all about muddy puppies. So Ben, don't get too excited. But it's essentially all this game is, and it's just released as a Bandai Namco game. It's just released on Switch. It's been out on Steam, and I think it's a free-to-play game on Steam. But you've got your DLC is basically your different breeds of dog, I think. So I'm a little Pomeranian, I think, and you basically have to cause as much destruction in this house as you can, starting firstly with mud, and then that proceeds to different weapons and stuff that you unlock as you cause more damage. So it's all monetary damage, and you get different goals and how much money you've caused. But the first thing you basically do is you have this little doggy, and there's a puddle of mud, and you press the trigger button, and the little doggy rubs its little back on the mud, and then you shake it all off. And you just get the muck everywhere. And then one of the first things you unlock is a fan. So you shake the muck into the fan, and the fan fans all the muck all over the room. And then it's all about breaking things and unlocking things and finding things and solving little puzzles. Till you basically, it gives you like 10 little challenges you essentially need to do to unlock like room 12. That's your ultimate goal. So it's like almost probably a better version of Blueprints. But it's just daft, silly, great name. If you love dogs, it's fun. And I think basically how it works is it's not an overly expensive game on the Switch, and I think you get DLC of different dogs. And and you're just doing the same thing, but you are just essentially trying to cause destruction with these cute little dogs. And like it's things like it's just funny because like you start just as the dog in the muck, but then eventually you have like this almost like paint gun on your back for the dog, whilst it's got a bucket on its head and a little Pomeranian like head, what do you call it, tiara, and all this nonsense, and it's just stupid. And you're never going to take it too seriously. I mean, like a name like that, you're never going to take it seriously anyway. But yeah, it's just all about making your mess everywhere. That's all.
Brilliant. Yeah.
There's not really too much else I could say about it, to be honest.
No, it's just like
it
silly
looks like
fun.
Yeah,
like Squishmallow style.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, but I couldn't resist.
Overwhelmingly positive on Steam.
Yeah.
It's very Japanese. Like it is. I'm assuming for the fact it does default to Japanese even when you load up the game on Switch and you need to go in and find the right settings to change the language. But yeah, it's very Japanese.
Could it be this year's watermelon game? Seems like that. You remember? Like
Sugar game.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, that kind of caught on, didn't it, for a while? And it was just weird and almost pointless, but just cutesy and fun. Yeah. Remind us the name of that one, Alex.
It's Doronko Wanko.
Doronko Wanko. Fucking brilliant. Yeah, cool. Any idea how much that one is?
I'm sure it's free to play on Steam. And,
it is,
but I think it's maybe about £4 or something on Switch. I need to double check. It's certainly not much. It's
okay. And
then it's got DLC. But I'll just see if I can find the correct
free
price.
to play, and then if you want a corgi or a Shiba Inu or whatever, it's like £1.69 per breed. You're a dog guy, Lewis. Fancy that one?
I might download it.
Yeah,
give it a little shot.
£4.29 on Switch. It is. That's a cheap wanko.
Fucking hell. Oh dear. So I've been playing a bunch of indies as well. I've been playing the much more sensibly and literally named Wordplay.
That's a bit boring, isn't it?
It's a bit of a come down. Doronko Wanko.
Calm down.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Back to reality. Wordplay. Boring name. Boring presentation.
Great game.
Boring. But great game. If you like Scrabble and Balatro, this is the game for you. To be fair, it's not quite the same as Balatro in that I think you can play Balatro and know fuck all about poker, whereas I think you do need to have a grasp of, if not Scrabble, at least words and letters and stuff like that. Like you need to like that sort of thing, like Boggle or Bananagrams or any of those kind of games, which I love. So this is right up my alley. And yeah, I think it's. Have you both played it as well a little bit?
Yeah.
What do you think? Because I played it and I was like, yeah, this is me. Like I love this, despite the very bland presentation, I would say.
I really liked it, but I'm much more of a number person than a letter person, so it's maybe not quite as much for me. So I think it's really good in terms of how some of the different missions and upgrades and bonuses and things work. But I'm not like if we're talking about if I'm watching Countdown, I do much better on the numbers round than the letters round. Like so,
and yet you're really good at guess the outro conundrum.
Yeah,
good.
But it's very, very good. I think for what it does, it works really well. Very intuitive in terms of how it plays, and I think it's really obvious. But yeah, as you say, it's quite bland to look at, which I think is a shame. But I'm not really sure how else you could really do it. like it is what it is.
No. It does give you an appreciation for how much the presentation of Balatro was its secret sauce, though.
Yeah.
Because it was like how trippy and weird that all was. And then you see something like this, which is just like very polished and neat, but just no personality to the presentation whatsoever. And Lewis, you're more of a numbers guy as well, aren't you? I assume. Do you vacillate?
I don't think
between the two?
I think so. Like I enjoy Scrabble, and I like this. There wasn't a lot keeping me playing it past an hour, to be honest.
Right.
Especially when I was struggling to get words over 3 letters. So
and you have to get 4. This is the bare minimum.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, bum, bin,
Wanko.
that kind of stuff. Axe. But I do like how after each stage you get the little tokens that augment your build or whatever you want to call it. It's good.
Yeah.
There was a few times when I had just too many vowels that I had I would say 5 E's. I was like having a laugh.
That must have been a trip.
Then it started to Yeah. I mean, but you can refresh and get new ones. I think you get like 4 refreshes by default on easy.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
But yeah, I finished my first run on easy. I was like, okay, cool. That was easy. Did the same on normal. Sweet, this is going well. And then played hard. Lost my first run, but then won the second run on hard.
Oh, really?
So I was like, this feels good to play something on hard for once and actually finish it, which was cool. But like, so that particular run, how that happened was using the modifiers that it gives you and abusing that, like finding a way to use them sort of creatively. So I had one that gave me additional points. So it would give, like, by default, it gave me like 3 additional points for a word. But then every time a word had like 2 particular letters in it, so like ED, OO, NG, whatever it might be, it would add an additional 2 points. So I was like trying to make words that contained those 2 letters next to each other. So by the end of it, that tile was worth like 40 points by itself. Just that modifier kind of thing. And there was other modifiers that would like keep one column that I could use as a keep column. So like when I refreshed, I could still keep certain tiles. And then another one that would refresh every time as well. So I could control what tiles I was getting to an extent, which was quite cool. And then, so that allowed me to like hang on to this letter Q, which is obviously a valuable tile anyway. But then every time I didn't play that, I had another modifier that buffed it by 5 points. So it was like all stuff like that. So by the end of it, it was like that Q became worth, I don't know, 40 points by itself. And then I played like the word equine with the Q in a place that tripled the score of that particular tile as well. So it was like, it all came together at the end, but basically playing it like a roguelike, like a sort of cheesy kind of way rather than just pure Scrabble. And that's, I find that really fun, breaking the system like that. I love it. I had to sort of stop playing it because I'm like, this is one of those where I could just lose hours and hours and hours and really, how much can I really talk about this on the podcast? more than I thought I could, to be honest. But shame about the presentation, because everything else about it I think is really cool if you like kind of word games and that. That is the boringly named wordplay.
Boring by name, but not by nature.
No, indeed. Who's got any more indies? Anyone else got any indies?
I've played a very interesting little indie.
Okay.
So, last week we talked about unreleased games that we'd played at EGX. Well, I played this one at EGX. It might have been 2 years ago, it might have been 3 years ago. And I'm not sure if either of you played this at the time, but it was on a Game Boy and it was releasing on a Game Boy. And this game is called D Fuzed, which released on Game Boy Color. And I have played and finished this not on a Game Boy Color, because that would have been sad, but I had played it on an analog pocket, thanks to Innovate, who provided me with the ROM to play and check this out.
Wow.
And so it was also made by Asobi guys who, I don't know if you remember Lucan, who might have designed a t-shirt for us in past.
Yeah.
So he's one of the writers and designers on this game as well. So basically it's a little strategy puzzle game where you are a little robot called, I think he's called D Fuzed, but he's and basically he is a bomb diffuser, and you have to defuse enough bombs on these levels without being blown up to basically fill a meter, and that's the objective of each levels. And there's 5 worlds ranging from like a beach to a factory to like the end boss, to like a kind of haunted house type thing, and they all do slightly different things. So in your basic level you're just basically on I think it's an 8x8 grid, and each bomb as it appears ticks down from a certain number, and you need to either collect it to defuse it before it hits 0, or avoid any others that go off before they hit 0, and they'll basically go off in like a T-shape. But if there's any around it, there will be a chain reaction, so you need to make sure like on your next move that you're going to avoid being basically taken out by those bombs. And it starts off really simply, and then just as you think any game like this, it layers things on. So you go into one level where it's like the jungle level, and it will start having rocks that get in your road, so it just blocks off parts of the board and you have to have it. You're also trying to then find your friends, and so in some of the levels you have like a little crate that they've been locked up in, and you go and collect them, but they then basically follow you. So you're using 2 squares each time, and it's like a little chain. So you need to, as well as you avoiding the bomb, they need to avoid the bomb. So it just gives you a wee bit more difficulty. There's a volcano level where there's basically lava that starts moving through the screen. So you need to avoid the lava, which also sets off the bombs. There's one where cannonballs are fired from the side, but you see that it's going to come, and as a cannonball hits, it sets off the bomb, or it will hit you. And there's another one that uses water, and it moves the bomb around, and it just kind of layers these things on. But I think this had released on the original Game Boy, and this is like the Game Boy Color release, and it's all been really nicely, like the art style is beautiful, it's really well designed, really colourful, really bright. Nice music, like you can hear like the voice acted some of the characters in it, so some of like the cut scenes almost, like there's a little, the dialogue's all there, and there's some voice acting in the background, and you can pick this up as a physical Game Boy Color game. They have released this as a physical Game Boy Color game, so you can go and check out Innovate at their website. They are the publisher. It's at Innovate, like 8, the letter.
Is it Incubate?
Incubate, sorry, yes, it is Incubate. Yeah. Innovate is one of our suppliers at work, I'm sure.
The two worlds collide.
Yes, yeah. I apologise, Incubate. It is Incubate, that is correct. Yeah. And yeah, it's just such a cool little game. It's nice to see like the end product from getting to play a little bit of it a few years back, and obviously getting to know Lucan a little bit as well, and kind of seeing his input into that and understanding what it is that he's done and what he does in the Asobi Tech team who've developed it. But yeah, very, very cool game. Very nice.
I mean, that is coolest game of the week. You can't beat that. A Game Boy game releasing in 2025.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's amazing. D Fuzed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. And it looks like I can only find the US pricing, but like $50 for the physical version of it. But I guess it's a premium because it's produced in presumably quite small quantities, and obviously it's quite a rarity to get a brand new Game Boy game coming out.
Indeed.
In this day and age. Yeah, that's wicked. That is very cool.
It's not often I'm the one with the proper kill game, is it?
No, it's not. Well, you've shamed my wordplay before and after. What else can I pull out to... No, I've got nothing. No, I haven't played anything that cool. I played Clutchtime, a basketball deck builder.
I mean, I saw this and thought of Ben. I'm like, if there was ever a Ben game, it's one that combines deck building and basketball.
It was and it is, it's right up my alley. It's, again,
Your
bafflingly... nice. Really shit presentation, again. Like, I'm just like... basketball feels like a very easy thing to present. Like, it's got a whole style that goes along with it. You just have to replicate that or find similar music or a similar aesthetic. This is not that at all. It's very weird musical choices, and the whole presentation of it is really atrocious. It feels a bit too strong, but it's really just fucking hell. Come on, we could have done a bit more with this, because there's just so much to play with. But mechanically, the actual gameplay was... I was amazed how they translated basketball into a card game. It actually works really well. It captures the sort of tension that you get towards the end of a game. You're playing cards to basically to score points and to stop your opponents from scoring, but all in the form of a deck builder, and it just somehow comes together really well. And you can kind of customize your teams. So I made a little Mimics Vale team, and I made you guys and made me and a few other people, and that was quite cool as well. But yeah, not really much to say on it, because I think it's the most niche of niche games that you could possibly imagine. But really good. For my tastes anyway. But yeah, I just wish there was a artist with a vision that could make these games, because so much of marketing a game like this is in the look of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're putting it out to die because it doesn't. No one's going to click on it.
Yeah. Yeah, in this day and age when if one thing is shinier than the other, you're going to click on the shiny thing. What's your position in basketball? Who would you play?
So I was always a point guard.
What's that?
So that is like the facilitator, basically. The guy that sets everything up and makes everyone else look good, tells everyone else where to go, pulls...
Who's a famous point guard?
Magic Johnson.
Okay.
It's probably like the most famous pure point guard. Positions have changed these days. So like technically Steph Curry is a point guard, but because he's like the main scorer on that team, it's like, is he really a point guard kind of thing? So even LeBron James is sometimes considered a point guard, even though he's not. He's a forward, but because he does brings the ball up, tells people where to go, they call him like a point forward.
Name escapes me. Chicago Bulls player. Always had interest in hair.
Dennis Rodman.
From the 90s.
Dennis Rodman.
That's the one. Was he a point guard?
He was a power forward. So he was, he was basically, didn't score, just was there to get rebounds and defend, basically, and be a nuisance. Yeah. Any other basketball trivia?
What was Michael Jordan?
Shooting guard.
Why guard? I don't understand. Like I will watch basketball, but I don't understand. For me, they're all just on the court.
Yeah.
doing the same thing. Like there's no...
So you've got your centre, that's your big guy in the middle. Uh-huh. You've got your two guards at the top of the key. I'm talking like if you're defending. Two guards at the top of the key. Yeah.
Key?
Yeah, that was what I was...
The bit where you... Fucking hell. I feel like maybe we should do this as a chin bat. I can explain the rules.
It didn't tell me this in the Kate Hudson Netflix series about basketball.
Doesn't get into that. Anyway, you don't really want to hear about basketball, do you?
Not really, no.
Let's be honest. Maybe a different forum. Only other quick one from me that I have played and very much enjoyed, that has got good presentation, I'm happy to say, is Riff. That is another one that's I played on Steam Deck. Simple tower defense game, but really kind of elegantly made. Really, the challenge kind of ramps up really nicely as well. It just introduces new tower types and new weapon upgrades and things like that really nicely. And I think it took me about 5 hours to finish, with a few repeats of some of the latter stages because they were quite tricky. But yeah, just a real, like, in terms of palate cleansers, like it's really nice one. And I'm very partial to a tower defense game, and that reminded me of that Throne. I think it was Throne Breaker that I played maybe last year. Very similar to that, similar vibe. Great sort of chilled soundtrack, neat presentation, and just a nice little package. And I think they're adding more and more content to it as it goes. So that's Riff. Very nice little one. Lewis, have you got anything else? I can't remember if you said you played anything else or not. No worries.
No, nothing worth talking about. Like I did play a little bit of Choo Choo Charles, which is one that I've seen, and I was like, I really want to play that. So it's like you're on an island, and there's this weird spider-like train that'll chase after you. It's really, really like, I don't know, the development team, I think, quite small, but it makes me think of like maybe a PS3 game or something like that. But I've not really played it. I kind of like 45 minutes of it just to see if it was freaky, if the train was going to come out. I'm kind of disappointed in a way with the air quotes combat, where you're at the back of the train and you're trying to aim at the face of this gruesome looking train chasing you. Big spidery train coming after you. Better in my head as a concept than playing. But I don't know, it could have been executed better. But then again, maybe not. I'm not sure. I still like the concept of it. I think it's cool. But
I remember it being hyped up when it came out, but it seemed to die off quite quickly. So it might be like the concept's cool, but maybe the execution's rough.
This was the game. I was playing this. I messaged you guys, and I was like, the fans on the Steam Deck were going like the clappers. Honestly, it's so loud playing this, and it got so hot. I was like, oh my god, it's going to take off.
Yeah, Choo Choo Charles.
Yeah, cool concept, but not much there.
Cool. So last week, as we alluded to, Alex and I are on holiday.
Oh.
Currently. Right now. Which is a weird feeling, isn't it?
Yes.
Glad you could record.
Yeah, that's such as our dedication. But we were gonna. This sort of came about, sort of a chat in our WhatsApp group and in Discord. But like, what is the ultimate handheld device? If you could only take one handheld device on holiday, what would it be, and why? And Lewis, I'm going to come to you first because you've been noticeably quiet on this subject.
I don't know. It's a tricky one. Like,
it is.
I mean, it'd probably be the Steam Deck, to be honest with you, because there's a lot there. It pains me to say it, to be honest. I still prefer the Switch.
Yeah.
But in terms of games being readily available, the Steam Deck is probably the one I would take.
In terms of, is that just a recency thing? That's new, that's the one you want to use?
But the Switch 2 is new as well, you know.
Yeah, true.
But then I don't know if it's still, you know, it's still a Switch. It's not a new thing. It probably is, to be honest. But like, I do think that there's a lot on the Steam Deck that is easier to maybe play for an hour and be like, well, that was fine.
Yeah, Choo Choo Charles, perfect example.
Exactly, yeah. Like, you're not. But then again, there's also lots on there that you can spend hours and hours pouring yourself into. Yeah, I'd probably say the Steam Deck, to be honest. Even though it is, where am I going on this? Just away.
Wherever, just away somewhere. And
I think that is anywhere too cold. I wouldn't want to go like to the Arctic because it might melt the ice caps.
The igloo that you're staying in. Yeah, that's true. Good way to keep warm, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think practically, though, in practical concerns, and I have taken the Steam Deck away with me before, and it's just fucking big, isn't it? I think that's the only thing.
I mean, if you're talking practicality, there is really one obvious answer.
Playdate.
A Playdate.
That's tiny, isn't it?
You got a case?
Toty.
Wow.
Is that a magnet case?
Yeah.
That is very small.
That's nice.
But no backlit screen.
No, but
so if you're jet lagged and you're waking up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, what am I gonna do? And you've already had a Doronko Wanko. What can you do?
I mean, it seems like they've missed a trick by not putting it on the cranky wank thing.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm now really, really liking the idea of you waking up in the night and playing your Playdate, and then Martin waking up and just being like, "What's that?" Oh, he's feeling your arm moving up and down like as you're cranking the thing. What the fuck are you doing?
Just hears this.
I'm just playing with the crank. I'm cranking.
Go back to sleep. You mentioned your analog pocket earlier, Alex, as well.
I did.
Grumpy PMF Mark did say analog pocket every time for him.
There's so much on it. Like, see if you have all the cores on the analog pocket and you have like just all it filled up, like, you basically can play your childhood, like, and more. It's I mean, it has arguably the best version of Tetris in the well, it doesn't actually, ignore that, but it could have if you really wanted it to. But like it's just such a good machine, such a premium machine. It's a size slightly bigger than an original Game Boy, but a bit thinner. Lovely screen.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you want, you can do some MIDI shit on it and play some music at the same time. Like, I mean, it just
very important.
does loads of stuff very well. But as
and then Reese, and I think you've got one of these as well. Reese said a Vita.
Oh, I had to take my Vita
Not a
on
Vita,
holiday.
A Vita.
Yeah. I have taken my Vita on holiday a few times because, like, it's still such a lovely little machine. Like, see the screen on that? It still holds up to this day, that lovely OLED screen, like, that had playing the original Lumines on that. Or not the original, but the Vita version of Lumines. That is all you need. It's literally all you need.
And they're quite small, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quite diddy. Because I think that's probably the only, like, retro handheld that I'm interested in picking up. Because I've always fancied that.
No, you're in your pony era.
And now I'm in my pony phase. I feel like I need one. But are they quite hackable as well?
Yes, I think they are.
And you can just.
I've never actually done it, but I'm sure they are. I've looked into doing it a couple of times and then I've forgotten more than anything.
Because that is my pick, and this is Tyler said this, and this has been a bit of a chat in our group over the last few days. But a modded 3DS.
Yeah,
I think that is the one I'm leaning towards to take with me. Yeah, because what my thinking is, so I've got this little man bag here. We've all got them, I'm sure. Yeah, little dinky little man bag. And sometimes when you're going out for the day or down to the beach or even on a plane, you don't want to have to pull out your big old backpack all the time. Like, it's just quite nice. And this little bag, a 3DS will fit in there, a Kindle, my phone, a couple of sets of earphones, passport, whatever, just in that little lot. And just the thought of having everything in that tiny little bag, and having a hacked 3DS that's basically got every game imaginable on it is, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the shiny new thing, you know. As much as I'd be too self-conscious taking the Switch too, because I wouldn't want to play that outside. I wouldn't want to leave it laying around near the pool or whatever, because I'd be too worried about it. But a 3DS is just chunky, isn't it? And
yeah, it's bounceable.
Yeah, and not that expensive if, God forbid, anything did happen, you know? It's not like...
Yeah.
Whereas if the Switch got nicked or broken, or even the Steam Deck, I'd be furious.
Yes.
So I think I'm leaning towards that, which means, you know, in an episode or two's time,
yes,
I'll be talking about whatever 3DS game I've been playing, I guess.
Ah.
But yeah, it's
Mario Kart.
weird to... Yeah, probably. No. But weird to think of going on holiday without a Steam Deck or a Switch. Just like, I'm just going to force myself to play the 3DS.
You don't think you'll take any of the others?
I don't want to. I want to set myself that challenge of just being like, there's plenty of stuff on the 3DS. I've already played Fire Emblem Awakening on it this year, so I've already proven to myself that, yeah, if I get into a good game, it doesn't matter what I'm playing on. So
I don't think I could not take my Steam Deck, though.
No?
I mean, I don't think I could go a day without playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Yeah, that is the problem.
It's my bedtime game.
So do you think you'll take... Do you think you'll take your Steam Deck?
Yeah, I'll definitely take my Steam Deck. Probably my Switch too. But then I'm only going on a little hotel breaks. It's not as much of a hassle to me. I think if I was actually travelling and I had to think about putting it in a case and stuff, it'd be a different story. I wouldn't take anywhere near as much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know. I normally would take my Switch with me everywhere, but I don't know, I kind of like the challenge of travelling light. I think
Switch Lite.
it'd be good. And there's... yeah. That's actually probably the most... Yeah, pocketable of all the more modern devices, isn't it? Because you can just put it in that clamshell and chuck it in your bag and happy days. But yeah, we'll see.
Think just on the basis of the bag you've got has made me... I kind of realise that you'd really suit a bum bag.
Well, I did have one, but basically the bum bag, but you wear them across your chest now. But it's basically just a bum bag. So sometimes if that gets uncomfortable, I would put it around my waist like a bum bag.
Is that a fanny pack for American listeners?
A fanny pack.
It is a fanny pack, yeah.
More apt, actually.
When I'm wearing it. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. If I can stick to that, then there'll be some 3DS chat in an episode or two's time. Once we're back and recovered from our holidays. Well, Alex, you're not going to have jet lag, are you? But
you never know.
You never know. I think that all pretty much... I think that covers everything, doesn't it? Any other business?
I think so. I'm looking at my 2DS XL just now being like, I quite enjoyed it when I first got rommeled to deal with this.
Yeah.
They are nifty little machines.
Yeah.
And they just,
I mean,
that clamshell, it's just... I could feel like I could drop this and it would be fine.
The clamshell is such a good
something.
device. Like, that's such a crucial thing for feeling like, whatever, I can just chuck it in my bag and it'll be fine. Or chuck it in my fanny pack and it'll be fine.
it just literally, as you said that there, Lewis, I remembered that I did take... the last time I went on holiday, I did take my 3DS, 2DS XL with me. And I left it there.
There you go. Oh, shit. Did you get it back?
Yeah, they sent it back to me, thankfully. And that's the same place that I'm going on holiday this time, so at least I've got that comfort knowing that if I leave it there,
nice.
I'll send it back.
Hey, it's that fucking idiot. Yeah. Nice. Obviously, I would take the Portal if there was any point in taking that, because that is still my favourite domestic handheld. But yeah, let's see what the 3DS can do.
Good challenge. I like it.
Yeah. Cool. Give us another challenge to end things, Lewis.
Okay. Let's play a little game of Guess the Outro, Lost in Translation.
Again.
Jesus. These are in trouble. Big trouble.
Well, it's not been that much trouble recently, has it?
I know.
Don't get cocky.
Big trouble. Yeah, I've got a game here that has, I think, a badly translated title. I'm going to give you that at the end if you get that far. You've done very well last week.
Thank you.
Yeah, ask questions. I'll give you some clues. Do you want a clue to start?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Nah. You can start off.
Ben, you go first. I went first last.
Really? Harsh. Well, since this helped last time, let's say, is it an indie?
Yes.
Great.
Must remember to use some AAA games.
Did this release on consoles?
It did.
Did this release in 2017 or after?
It did.
Okay. Probably quite a redundant question because most of them
did, Ben, yeah.
Yeah. Bit of a throwaway one. Okay.
Is the character name in the title?
No.
Okay.
I've not asked that for a few weeks.
Not since Captain Toad.
That's the one that put him in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. Let's get the year down. Did this released in 2020 or after?
No.
So between 2017 and 2020.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
On completing the game, you unlock developer commentary.
No, I was thinking, does Tunic not do that? But I don't know if it does.
My first thought was like Braid, but I think that predates that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that was the other.
And I think I'm thinking because the re-release had developer commentary.
Yeah, and I think
built
Tunic's
into it.
after 2020.
Yep.
Not even sure it does do that. It just suddenly somehow came into my head.
Yeah. Okay. Genre?
Question 6.
Question 6. Genre. Okay. Is this a platformer or platformer, Metroidvania, or action adventure, like a Zelda style game?
No. I'll give you another clue.
Okay.
That's on question 7. Trophies include please recycle, fires extinguished, and please use other door.
What are those again? Please recycle.
Oh,
Please
what was
recycle,
that?
fires extinguished, and please use other door.
What was that game that Lewis liked? It was like the one that was all the things, like it was all The puzzle game, and it was all about perspective.
Superliminal.
That one, yeah.
Is it a puzzle game?
It's a puzzle game.
Is it a puzzle game that uses perspective?
Yep.
I can see the
Go for it, Alex.
Is it Superliminal, Lewis?
Fucking absolute cunts, I tell you.
Oh, amazing.
Right, so what we've established over the last few weeks is I need to really tighten up with the clues. I'm being far too nice.
I don't know. I think you didn't give us one to start with. And the one that you did give us was... I didn't know it had a developer commentary at the end of this. The trophy one, that clearly...
That rung some bells in my head.
Yeah.
I need to remember I'm speaking to a couple of trophy guys, achievement guys, you know.
Big trophy guys.
Mm.
Yeah. That was good teamwork there, Alex.
It was.
Bad.
Brilliant.
I've gone from wanting you to win every single one to now not wanting you to win anymore.
I knew it was Superliminal as soon as I said it because I seen it in his face. Like, he could
Rage.
As soon as you went, oh, and that's why I looked in at my notebook and I was like, this fucking dickhead's got it already.
Amazing.
Yeah,
go on then.
I did actually. I actually wanted to. I was hoping that you might think it was Control, because if I'd gone for some YouTube comments, one of them was going to be every single time I listen to Astral, without a doubt, I get goosebumps. This game was truly a really good game. And then the translation was exceed the threshold.
Right. Good name, actually. Yeah.
I'm absolutely furious. Raging.
I love it.
We'll come unstuck eventually.
We will.
Sure. Yeah, but it's bound to happen.
Guess what next week is? It's going to be guess outro. Fucking full stop. He's going to guess everything.
Just guess, and you won't answer.
It's going to be the most obscure game that anyone's ever heard of. It's like, is it Doronko Wanko?
Yeah. No, I think.
No, well done. That was good. You've done well there. Last few weeks, you've done me in.
It's been a good streak. It's
We've
been a
got a
good
holiday.
start. Yeah. Exactly. We need it. We worked hard for this. That was good. Enjoyed that, Lewis.
Thank you
very much.
Well, to calm down, I think we need to listen to some nice jazz. So, we're going to put on the record player I Wonder, written by Matt Christensen from Superliminal. twats.